Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Abba Geebz. I know it's been quite a while since I've done a tutorial, but I had to move. I'm on the other side of the island now in the North Shore. I'm completely stoked. Look out. Anyhow, so I'm back now with my educational stream of consciousness for beginning ukulele. And we're going to talk about the bar chord. The bar chord, you may see guitar players do it all the time. Ukulele players do it all the time. A good example of a bar chord would be like this. And then you see this finger all the way across. That's the bar, and this would be the chord, so it would be considered a bar chord. But we're just going to work on making the bar and making it sound clean. Now, this is going to be just as frustrating as it was in the beginning when you were learning how to press down. But remember in the video I taught back then, it's not about the pressure. You know, you can do very light touch and still get very clean sounds. It's just about being precise. So let's talk about the finger really quick that you're going to use, which is going to be your pointer finger. We're going to start on the 2nd fret. So what I want you to do right now, without me giving you an instruction, is go ahead and put your finger across, press, and strum. And if it sounds like this, and you're pressing really hard, that's okay. That's normal. When we learned how to play ukulele, we were working actual pressure points, you know, the distribution of pressure from a finger to a finger. So, you know, in the back, you know, say we're making a G chord. There's my G. Okay. But with a bar chord, I want you to kind of put a little bit of that thumb and punch it right here, that meaty part of your thumb, right in the center of your neck, okay? And then I want you to do the best you can to press evenly. Try to distribute the pressure across the finger and across the neck, okay? See how I have mine? And when I turn it back this way, okay, that's where my thumb is, all right? And instead of focusing on, I kind of use theater of the mind when I teach, instead of focusing on the tip, when we learned how to make chords, our subconscious knew that we were focusing on putting the pressure on the tips and not flattening the fingers. Remember that lesson where we don't go like this because you press too hard? And you all know that lesson about pressing really light to get a good sound. Well, believe it or not, making the bar chord, it's the same exact thing. You don't have to hammer and just like, you know, to get that chord, because if you do and if you feel it, you're going to get very tired here. And then, of course, when it comes time to make, you know, your bar chords, you're going to be exhausted. What I want you to do, and the most important thing about the bar chords for beginners, is making sure that your wrist isn't high. I want your wrist flat, low. See how this is? I'm not like this. I'm not cranking it. I'm here. So I'm helping it. I'm helping distribute. See, if I go like this, it makes it very difficult for the thumb to get behind it, okay? But as soon as this is kind of not like, I can't do it, man, I'm not ambidextrous or whatever it is. I don't have double joints, but with your wrist cranked down, then you have a better chance of evenly distributing the pressure across the bar. So on your 2nd fret, okay, finger, don't come up like this, you're not doing that. I want just barely the tip of your pointer finger to be touching the 1st string 2nd fret, and then picture an even point of distribution across all 4 strings. Now it's going to take a little bit, so you can do this very slowly by starting off and going 1 string at a time. And make sure you hear that ring all the way through. Now, if you're fighting and you're tired and you're really pressing hard, that's okay. But sooner or later, you're going to realize if you lighten some of the pressure, there's going to be this point where you realize, like in my old videos, you know, about light touch, that you don't have to be cranking so hard. But I think one of the most important things is to remember is that wrist to be down. We have tendency to all of a sudden get into habits and flattening our wrists and doing weird things. But that thumb has to be evenly distributed across the bar. Just like that. If it's like this, you're going to start asking for trouble. You're going to start getting buzzes. It's going to get kind of weak. You really want to do your best to keep it flush like this. Okay? And just practice slowly, like anything else. Just practice really slow. And then move it up. And then move it up. I want to show you something. When I'm moving it up, I'm not doing this and just moving my finger. See how, even though I can get it, I can do it because I've been doing it since the Last Supper, pretty much. what you end up doing is stressing out your muscles and tendons here. So when you make that move, you move that whole thing. You try to do it in this angle. So you notice I'm moving completely through it. I'm not kind of leveraging my wrist to get to that point. So it's also a good set and release practice. Okay. Once again, theater of the mind. Finger across the second fret, thumb right behind it, and think even distribution, not singular distribution. Flush your thumb like this so that the meat of your thumb really gets to the center of your neck, and good luck. Now just keep trying, keep practicing. All right, so this is Abba Geebz, another lesson. And listen, please, I also support local instructors. So if you're really falling in love with the ukulele, please look up a local instructor in your area, and you can get much better hands-on education from a local instructor, and make sure that they teach ukulele. And but yeah, look for a local instructor. Google ukulele lessons and then your town or whatever, and you never know, there could be a really good instructor in your area. Okay, aloha. I need to get tuned. Aloha.